I want to welcome Charlie Davis. Charlie, if we haven't scared him off by now, I don't think we're going to. Charlie is running for District 128, Missouri House of Representatives. Charlie's going to come up and talk about the fair tax. Charlie is a small business owner right here in Joplin. Let's give Charlie a warm round of applause.
All right, it's good to see everybody here today. John said I got about 2 minutes, so it's easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission, so here it goes. How many of y'all believe that your taxes are being wasted by an out-of-control federal government? How many of y'all believe that our federal government does not have the best interests of you at heart? I think both of those answers are yes. I believe we have a federal government that is out of control in spending and out of control in what they're doing with my and your money. Now, briefly, our federal government, the taxation system that we have right now is, number one, it's unfair. Number two, it's costly. It costs $250 billion every year to run an IRS to confiscate the money from its citizens. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm for paying taxes. We have a strong police force in Joplin. I'm for a strong military. Our federal government's job is to protect our borders from our enemies, both foreign and domestic. So I'm not against paying taxes, but I am against the federal government confiscating our money and spending it unwisely. The tax system is over 55,000 pages long. Tell me that there's not something wrong with that. And it's very time-consuming. It takes 6.6 billion hours every year for our federal government to do our taxes. It punishes the hard work of our American citizens. The more you make, the harder you work, the more they take. Something is wrong with that. It's a drag on the economy. Between 20 and 30% of everything that you buy is more expensive because of the taxation that we have to pay through payroll taxes and corporate taxes. It allows people to avoid paying taxes by using an underground economy or criminal activity that goes unreported. And it violates the Fourth Amendment, protecting the security of our homes, our papers, and our effects. But you know, there is a solution. Let not your hearts be troubled. There is a solution. Congress today, there are over 50 members and over 100 supporters of a bill that has been researched for 10 years, and it's called the fair tax. It is a progressive, go ahead. It is a progressive national sales tax that will replace the current federal tax system by taxing everybody fairly and simple. Number two, it gives everybody, especially the lower and middle class people, a tax cut. It repeals, this is exciting, it repeals all federal income tax, all corporate taxes, all self-employment taxes, all capital gains taxes, all gift taxes, and the death tax. And it will allow every American to keep every penny that you earn from your job. You make $20 an hour, work 40 hours a week. How much is that? $800. You know how much your check's going to be? $800. I'm for that. And I know there's going to be some people against this, but it's going to abolish the IRS. And I think we're all for that too. It lowers the overall tax rate of the middle and lower income Americans. It effectively taxes the underground economy, because if you're here legally or illegally, you're going to be buying goods, so the federal government is going to be getting your taxes also. It rescues the Social Security from a funding shortfall, and most of the people here are going to be drawing Social Security if you're not already, and we know that Social Security is in trouble. And I believe that when it's time for me to retire, there probably won't be a Social Security. All the taxes that they've taken and confiscated from me will be gone. It encourages offshore capital investments to return to America, and it allows you as an individual to control how much taxes you pay. And you say, how do you do that? Well, whatever you buy, you're taxed on. If you save all your money, you pay zero in taxes. That will encourage spending, and it will also encourage saving. So I stand here, whether you're for the fair tax, which I am, a flat tax, or some other form of tax reform, the system is broken and it is time for it to get fixed. After spending 6 years with the military, especially the United States Navy aboard the USS Saratoga and the USS Independence, I moved to Joplin, Missouri, with my dad standing out here, because Joplin, Missouri had one of the lowest costs of living in the entire United States, and it is still that way. Southwest Missouri is a blessed place to live. But I've owned my business for 20 years, and for 20 years this month, every month I pay my federal payroll taxes. And right before I came here, you know what I did? I had to go pay my federal payroll taxes. You want to talk about stimulating the economy? Cut the federal payroll tax and watch people get to go to work. That's exactly what will happen. We will have jobs if you cut our federal income tax. How many of y'all knew that approximately 80% of all the employable workforce in America is employed by small businesses? Mom and pop businesses like me with 5 employees, we employ 80% of the people. And it's us small businesses that understand how the unfair burden of taxation is being placed squarely on our backs by collecting taxes off of your payroll. And as I get ready to run for the Missouri House of Representatives, I'm going to make a promise to all my constituents if you vote for me, even if you don't. As bills come across my desk, I'm going to ask simple questions. Number one, does this bill raise the taxes on my constituents or the people in Missouri? And if the answer is yes, then I pledge to you, my answer is no, 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 no more taxes. We've had enough, and it's time for our government to control its spending. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Charlie.